Okay, so I've been watching all of these people do their own little vlogs and little videos, and I decided I do that, right? How hard could it be? And I love to garden, sort of. I mean, I love it, but I'm not any good at it. Like they are. But, so today, I am going to take some very, very pitiful looking Gerber daisies. I remember the name, that's pretty good. So here's one. Look how soft. I let it get dry. And we'll just walk out here to my garden just like they do, and they just show you around. Let's flip it around. And I flip it. How do I flip this camera? Okay. I don't see how to flip it. Okay, here we go. So here's one. This one's not too bad. This one's looking good. This one, this one, and eh. Okay, so I'm gonna grab one. Let me grab this bad one while I'm at it. Okay, so now I'm going to carry this in underneath my porch and do my planting. And I'm gonna prop up the camera and plant and let you watch, and you will enjoy it at the end like everybody else does, right? I doubt it. Let's see, where can I put my camera? Laura has mounting equipment, I don't. Nope, that won't work. Let's see, we need it to be right there. Nope, that's not gonna happen. Can I nail it to the top of my head? No, that wouldn't work either, would it? Dilemmas. And my video just shut off on me. I wonder how long it's been off. I'm going to turn it off while I try to find a place to mount this, because I'd edit it out anyway, right? I did it. Can you believe it? You guys are not going to believe how I mounted that. I'll have to show it to you later. I actually found an old tripod. It's for a camera. Grabbed one of those little rubber clamps, clamped it on it. Now you can see. All right. I have upside down Miracle Grow potting mix because we're in the South and get what we can get. I had to think about affordability too. And Miracle Grow is kind of expensive, not compared to some others, but you get what you pay for, right? So go for the Miracle Grow. All right, what am I planting first? Let's do this because this is a pretty pot. All right. I'm not going to put in any fertilizer. Miracle Grow has fertilizer as it is. But the reason I'm not is because this is October, the end of October. And if I've learned anything, which I've learned a lot, but if I've learned one particular thing, and this is old billet, I think I need to get rid of it. I'll be right back. Okay, as I was saying, one of the things I've learned is that in October, you don't have to use a lot of fertilizer because your plants aren't going to grow that heartily anyway. They're short-lived, right? At least the type I'm putting in. Because my plants are meant to be outdoors. These are Gerber daisies. They are some that I bought. They're just yellow, basic, nothing fancy, no idea what name they are. But I bought these, gosh, 3 or 4 years ago. Planted it in the yard, did nothing. Maybe a little bloom, it just struggled the whole time. Then I planted it, let's see, that was in the backyard. Then I moved it to the front yard. Same thing, almost died. Actually, I think it almost died. Then I decided I would just stick them in pots and see what happens. And I put them underneath a tree in the backyard, which is all shaded. And they actually started coming back and multiplying and getting huge because it was all in one pot. Loved it. Only got one bloom though. But I'm still happy that the plant recovered and has multiplied, and I've divided it, and it still looks pretty good. But then I keep neglecting them because of the pots they're in, and The dirt was really low. It was just a really bad planting, bad plant mama decisions on my part. I gotta get rid of this. This is like old root stem. Be right back. Okay, so I have decided it's time to quit ignoring them, and it's time to put these in a pretty little pot. Still going to be just a plain Jane pot, right? But then I'm going to drop it right in here, and I'm not sure what I'm going to put them. We'll see. Front porch gets a lot of sun, which they like sun, but I think they needed the shade to recover. They needed the little tenderness of it. All right. Use my little spade here to break it up. And as always, I probably put in too much dirt. You know, I watch Laura on Garden Answer, and she always puts in so much dirt in her pots, and then she starts putting in all these plants that already has dirt, and I'm like, how does she do it? Does it just go away? Does she press it really down hard? I don't know, but I have not been able to replicate her abilities yet. Guess I should quit trying, right? Oh, that was fun. And yes, I'm on my back porch, and yes, I'm going to make a mess, but I got this really great blower. Blow it all away. Knocking off some of the dirt around the edges. It's a little bit too white. And yes, I'm putting it into my potting soil. I shouldn't do that. I know. Look guys, it's too big. It's like, can you see that? Look at that. It's just like not gonna work. I think I need to move to the yard. I'm making way too much mess. All right, we'll try this again. Stay pot. Roots seem to be pretty good. Feel them in there. Yeah, that'll work. A little bit. Ah, much better. And I am making sure to pack the dirt all the way around the edges and not leave any air pockets. It's just bad for the plant. First poor pitiful plant done, all but watering, right? See that? Got my kneeling pad too. Makes life so much better. You know what I didn't get? The plant. Just broke that pot. It's old. Guys, this one is huge. This one has a lot in it. of those pots that has a little watering thing underneath it. I think the roots have come down into it. Oh, no, I lied. Here we go. Look at that. Much better root system there. Doesn't that look nice? Wow. Maybe I shouldn't pull this one out. It already looks so good, and I have another one I can pull from. Yeah, this is doing really well. I know it's not, it's dying. I said that and y'all are laughing at me. But when I keep it watered the right way, it does do well. Popping it right back down in that pot. Now I just need to find a pretty pot for it. Might wait till spring. Then I can move it outside. Okay. Another pot. Yes. Now, see this one. This one definitely needs to be. It probably has a good root system in it too, because it's in a bigger pot. So what I'm doing, I'm moving these from a big pot to a little pot. Now what you typically do, so roots, you see, I don't know if you can see that. I'm not very close because I'm trying to capture the whole thing and using my phone. And if my neighbors are sitting outside and they're listening to me, they're probably dying laughing. She has lost it. Yeah, this isn't going to work either. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this plant, which needed more dirt, and I'm just going to give it more dirt. Raise it up. That's pretty good. Ooh, got a ladybug. I guess I ever think about ladybugs in October. Maybe that's a sign of luck. Good things to come. My life couldn't get a whole lot better. First of all, Jesus Christ, our Lord, my Savior, He's first. Husband, amazing. Kids, it's a good life. That's much better. Clean up my mess, which I'm the worst at. Anybody else like that? I watch these people who their yard's always immaculate, and I'm like, you never take on projects, not on your own. But I work on projects and I get tired in the middle of them, and I'm like, I gotta stop and take a break. And then life happens, and I don't go back out for a day or two or a week. And what's left? The mess in my yard. I'm getting better. As I've had more time, I'm getting better. Now what? I have plenty to do, but what do I want to do? Oh, I've got some marigolds growing over there. And some are growing really big and some are little tiny. Maybe I just need to plant a marigold tiny in one of those pots that I have over there. Like this way. Back on with the gloves. I'll pause this and I will go dig up my marigold. Well, I finished my planting. And I figured you guys might want to see my little my little space. I don't call it a garden. I do call it a garden, but I don't know why, because I don't know what makes a garden and a yard a yard. Yard to me is grass, like that. But that's flower beds, right? So what's the difference between a flower bed and a garden? Is a flower bed a collection of garden? Is a garden a collection of flower beds arranged in an aesthetically pleasing way to the viewer? Because what pleases me may not please you. And no, my yard is not perfect. It was not designed. It was a collection of hand-me-down plants. It was a bare yard, nothing but grass and fence. So we started just going along the borders. And we've been here 10 years, and we keep changing it out because I am not a gardener. Not by training, and definitely not by even natural ability, other than I can grow things, but I'm not the best at designing things to make them beautiful, to finding what goes together. I can only copy other people's stuff. But like that tree right there, I grew that. It was a volunteer. Showed up in the yard one year. I took it up, stuck it in a little pot, said we'll see what happens. It took it a while. I thought it died several times, but look at it now. I'm so proud of that. It's really, really pretty tree. A lot of things I've started, or I've brought over from my parents' house. Love this coleus. I've never grown coleus until this year. This one I love, and I will get cuttings of. That's one plant, but look how it looks like two. Isn't that neat? Heard my neighbors outside. They think I'm nuts. This is the new bed we just put in this year because we couldn't get any grass to grow underneath this beautiful tree that also we thought was going to die. But it's big and beautiful. It's the only tree in our backyard, or a big tree. So we did this little bed around it, and no, that is not dirt around it, people. It is nothing but mulch. It's a very thin layer of mulch. Where that I plant things, I literally have dug a ring. You'll see if you dig in. See right in here. There we go. So that is a ring of the nursery pot that I cut the bottom out of. Set it down in the ground, or right on top of the ground of what was there, just right on top. Put in the dirt on top of that, just kind of scratch the surface, put in some dirt, stuck in my plant. And I'm trying to put a lot of organic matter into it. And I say that as I take away the leaves, but I'll mulch it and put back pretty stuff. I would love this ring just to be nothing but beautiful hostas. I think it would simplify this and give it a beautiful design. Right now, it's sort of a nursery for sickly plants or plants I don't know what to do with because it's shaded all the time. And I like it. Who knows what it will become in a few years. This flower bed is also new at the back of our porch. I know my plants don't look like they're spaced well. Right there's a big gap because our sprinkler system, the sprinkler head pops up there, and it would just kill the plant that's there. So we had to kind of work around it, and I'm not real sure what to do yet. This thing loves all the shade. It's about, what time is it? It is 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, still in daylight savings time area. But this side gets full sun, and look how much sadder these plants look. It doesn't seem to like all that sun. Kind of sad. They like the shade. Although their tag set, full sun. This one is also new. So we're expanding it a little bit, just kind of taking care of some problem areas mostly. I had a lot of drainage issues right there at the base of the pole. And underneath the porch, we were losing dirt. Water was getting washed out because this is a sloping yard. So we sodded it this summer, and we put in these beds to help rectify that. And we just kind of created this nice little path that leads right there to lead up onto the porch. So I'm not going over everything. That's my yard. My little side shade bed. Ever changing, ever growing, but I really like the hostas. I like that hosta right back there was not happy this year. I think it gets too much sun, believe it or not. A few other little plants I've stuck in there for right now. Again, it's kind of a nursery too, because it's a nice shaded area. Another hosta there. Grew huge, but I let the slugs get it. I had to do a lot of cutback. Okay, folks, so that's it. That's my little yard. And my fun goofing around trying to plant Gerber daisies that sort of bombed. I got deterred. Instead, I put in a couple of, here, I'll show you. I found some pots and I put 2 of my little marigolds, and you see they're kind of wilty from the shock. I did in the middle of the day. Probably not the best idea, right? Should have waited till the evening, but I wouldn't have had time or energy. I have a 4-year-old. I get it when I can, right? And I'm also working. So I just took a break and came out here. Where's the other? Oh, the other ones are outside, out there. So, yeah, it probably wasn't the best idea. But it's done. If they live, they live. If they don't, they don't. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.